I don't know, like, she's out there. You're the Florida version of Sex in the City, JD.
That's when I was smoking my cigar.
Don't be an asshole today.
Here we are.
Giving me a little trouble, but here we are.
I just had Kristin, and then I think she's trying to redo it because her sound wasn't working.
Oh, okay. I fix this every time.
You sure do. You need that blue tacky stuff. Put it
Yes,
right under the
that's what I
clown.
need. You're right. You are right.
See if we got her now. Faith. Oop.
In the meantime, this is my Christmas show. Snitches get stitches.
That is so hard.
There we go.
Yay.
Yes. So sorry. Hi. Yes. Sorry. My privacy thing is up so high because I was at the VA hospital with my mother. So all my privacy settings were on and it wouldn't let me use my mic. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, what is happening?
Kristin Thomas Chandler. That is JD Chandler.
Hey.
Hi,
Nice
JD.
to meet you.
You know, I'm huge fans of you guys. So I know, yes, I'm so excited.
And I feel like I have known you and followed you since like the Trip Out series, right?
I'm serious. It's been so long.
Forever.
I like have a kid now. It's insane.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's the best way to engage.
Take us
right.
That, like,
yes.
How did we get to this point?
Oh my God. Oh Lord. That's a good question. I would say probably my wife. We met and we got married in 2016. And Ava was born 2019. So it's life has been, well, we only had 6 days before Ava was born. We met birth mom through the community. They reached out to us and they said, oh yeah, she's gonna be born in 6 days. We were like, oh, we got this. All we had was a baby seat and one bottle.
Oh my God. Wow, that's baptism by fire.
Right? Because I didn't want to load up on a whole bunch of things and then get, mom has changed her mind.
Right.
I hear you.
It's actually smart.
Yeah, I didn't want to get my heart, but we did not have any issues. Birth mom is like our best friend and lives in the city. So yeah, I was in mama mode, but you know me, I love entertainment and I love our gay community. So I follow everybody, especially you guys. And, I've always had my toe in there. I've been doing sales for Reverie, the network. So, but now it's just getting back into the roots of making our travel show, Mountain Girls with my little girl. Cause she loves traveling.
Now you're like a travel family.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I figured that I wouldn't know what to do if I did something just myself. I wanted to do something.
I love that.
I do too. And I think it's brilliant because I follow a lot of dads, with kids, right?
Yes.
That travel and everything.
Yes.
And they make it look so easy.
They do.
They make it look so easy. They're always like meticulously.
That's not what we're going to look like at all. That's not. Yeah. Oh, totally. Right? No, it's going to be Hot Mess Train.
I need someone to show the world what it's like.
It's Hot Mess Train. It's dragging your kid through the airport.
Yep.
It's doing that full name, and then they'll say, "You're mad at me." Yes, get in the seat.
When you use the middle name, it's like, ooh, trouble.
Oh, it's a whole thing.
Trouble.
It's a whole thing. And then she does our full name when she thinks we've done something.
How old is your child now? How is your daughter now?
She's pretty much 4 going on 18.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's a great way to gauge how old you're getting when you have kids, and then you see. Oh, wasn't it yesterday they didn't speak, and now they're
you went in to learn their words, and now you're like, oh.
And 4 is that age where they're so honest. that you got to do this, right?
Oh,
When they're-
totally. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And then if they meet somebody you have maybe said, and
Yep.
you're looking at her,
Yep. Right over the mouth. Boom, boom. Yeah.
say it, don't you say it. And they're like, Mommy, is that? Nope, that's not
Nope.
who that
That
is.
is not. That's the trouble. Like I just posted a thing on Threads that were like, it said, me and my best friend will give you a nickname in a heartbeat. Like, why Big Shoes texting you? You know, like,
Oh gosh, yes. I got that from my mother.
yeah.
I didn't know people's names. My mom would be like, the one that always wears red. And I'm like, like, I don't know who that is. You know who that is. The one that always wears red all the time. I'm like, I think I met that person one time.
Oh my God.
In my family, we were like the people were identified by their ailments. It's like
Oh yes, that's my dad's side.
the one with the foot, the one with the arm, the one with the neck,
the one with that gout. Like it's like.
I love that we're all the same. I love
We're
that
all the same.
Yeah.
That's all that I didn't know that until I jumped into Threads and TikTok, and I realized we're all the same.
We are all the same. We are all the same.
And it's refreshing.
It really is, but it's also, it gives you that play like, oh, it's not just me. Okay.
It's not just me. No,
Yeah, it's not just me.
Yeah,
And that's
it's not me at all.
I mean, that is what we need at this point. Like, it's not just
It
me.
is, and that's what came across my wife and I with the travel shows. Let's just be honest about parenting and trying to get things done.
Yeah.
Sometimes writing the email is hard at times.
Right.
It's
Right?
like,
I see more parents that are like in the middle of doing something and their kids like grabbing for the phone and they
and you're just like that.
Here, play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's,
Yeah.
I think a family travel series is just the coolest thing ever.
Thank
ever.
you.
Like, I swear, I followed this one, it was a straight couple, and they were doing like the van life shit where they sold.
Yes, I
right?
find that fascinating.
And they had a kid, and I'm like, oh my God, in that tiny little
cannot imagine.
Airstream shit.
I know. I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No, I would hide in the bathroom a lot, I think.
I love my wife, but I think that I would probably tell the police to pick her up by like the side of the road.
Yeah.
Because and just make sure you take her home. There's no way. It's too tiny.
Too tiny.
It's too tiny.
But I
would love to travel the US like that though. I would love to get involved.
But in the right, like a tour bus.
You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? To extend that out. Like
JD, can you make that happen? Can you just
seriously
get a tour? Get the bus.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I know. My whole dream, my whole career when I was playing in the crappy dive bars was one day, this is just going to be part of the journey, and I'm going to have my own tour bus, and then a tour bus for the band and the backup girls,
Right.
Yes. We gotta get you a tour bus.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I was just back at a dive bar the other night.
Oh, that's okay. I got you. We'll get you a tour bus.
There. I was listening to a band though.
Okay, cool. Those are sometimes the best.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think I think we need more stuff that focuses on families, whether
I love it. Love
well,
that.
we've gotten older.
Like everything it brings, like LGBTQ families, whether it's trans marriages and anything, like it focuses on that, because there's so many, like in politics right now, everyone is literally trying to say that queer people fuck up kids.
They do.
Like
they do. We get it. I love where I live. We live in Asheville, North Carolina, which is like gay Mecca in the mountains. Love it. You would still get that slide comment.
Do you?
When you're on the street. And you don't know if it's a tourist or someone local. Mainly it might be a tourist. So people around don't really care. They more have issues with us being interracial than being two women. Oh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but you get that little comment. And my wife and I just talked about this, and I said, well, when do we start having that conversation? We used to sometimes like cover the ears, do we, and then she went to preschool and they had to do Mother's Day. And she said, I need 2, please. Because they were making Mother's Day cards.
Oh.
And I love the school she goes to, Kids Garden. You know, I love it. And they said, that's right, you do need 2 cars. And she
Oh,
said,
how
yes, because I have 2
sweet.
mommies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Right? Right. And then so the little kid beside her goes, my aunt, it has a woman that's a friend. And my daughter goes, yes, they're best friends.
Oh my God, how sweet. It's
I
so
was like,
sweet.
I love that. So from
I
a
think
kid's
it's
point of view, I love it.
amazing. Like I
You
said, they're
know?
so honest.
Yeah.
And that would bring like so much to a travel series because A, it's funny as shit.
It is.
It is funny as
You gotta
shit.
roll with it. Mm-hmm.
Little kids kill me. And I mean, I think Jay, we talked about this a million times, how my Instagram feed is full of little kids eating.
Oh gosh.
I don't-
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Trying new things. Like, I don't mean pickles and lemons. I mean, like,
Yeah.
they're just eating new things for the first time. Like, I follow this little kid. I think the family's in Canada, and she's gorgeous, a little Asian baby,
Yes. Did
beautiful.
she eat the cheeseburger?
She eats everything.
Oh,
She
I thought,
eats
have you seen her? I have to send it to both of you. A little girl eats a cheeseburger for the first time, and her
Oh, and
face
her
just,
eyes roll back.
yeah. Oh, did you see that one? That was
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, I was like, oh, that is
I
me
was
in
like,
child
yes,
form.
boo
Yeah,
boo,
yeah.
I feel you.
No, this kid, like, I think the account is called Hey Bella Foodie.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's so funny about the dip. She has to dip everything.
It's so funny.
But yeah, I love watching them experience new things
Me too.
because they're gonna tell you like it is.
They do.
Like,
And
if
you know,
it's
I needed
crappy,
it.
they're gonna put it out there. If it's
Yes.
like mildly mediocre, they're gonna get excited by it. Well,
Totally.
we're going, what?
Serious.
But do you guys have plans though? Like to do,
We do.
I guess,
So
vacations? Like, because
yeah, we did some vacations. We're also featured in Asheville. So and wanted to show North Carolina. You know, North Carolina sometimes gets a bad rep, and so is South Carolina, but there are some great gay destinations
oh
where you can
yeah,
be you and not worry about it with your family.
yeah,
And so that was some of our focus is, hey, what about if you live in this state? Where can you go?
yeah,
Also, you know, you know what I mean? Because also when
yeah.
it's traveling with kids, you're not saying you feel stuck, not something you don't want to do an airplane every single time. Also,
Right.
maybe not be able to afford a flight. You got 4 kids. You don't want to do that airport. Where
Right.
can you go in your car?
Right. Yeah, like a road trip. Yeah.
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 can you
Are
go?
we there yet?
Are we,
Are
you
we
know, what do you do to entertain your kid in the car?
That could be the
Like,
name of an
it's just-
episode.
Right.
Right? I like that.
It's perfect.
So-
I'm 55 and I was doing it all the way to Orlando
I
Yeah.
loved it.
when I was
I
home.
followed I felt like I was stalking you. I loved it. I did. Because I was like, how does she have my mother?
Oh,
It's amazing.
my
It was
every
amazing.
mother-
I even sat and showed my mom the same thing. My mom was like, yeah, that would be totally me. Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
She's so damn funny. Like
love it.
I swear, I don't know what it was this trip, but the one-liners were hysterical.
See?
Paint my
See?
nails gothy. I'm like, what does that even mean, Ozzy Osbourne? She's like, black. I'm like, okay, let's do
I
this.
love that. I love that.
What? Yeah, she
But
was
that's
cracking-
priceless time. You know what I
It is.
mean?
It is. And I got to do this now because, I mean, she literally doesn't remember the day before, you know?
Yeah, that's my dad
You
right
got to
now.
have
It's
like
hard.
impactful, hilarious moments that
Yes.
stick with her. Because like
Yes.
3 days later, she was like, oh, you peed your pants.
Yeah. See?
But it was your
See?
fault. Like that, you
See?
remember? You don't remember the $200 dinner, but you remember.
But you remember that.
Right.
Exactly.
It was.
Yeah,
it's-
my dad turns 80
hilarious.
tomorrow, and
Oh, wow.
it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
But it's that, like you say, it's the one-liners. It's seeing him with with my daughter.
Yeah.
Another reason why we were thinking about travel, because my dad worked his hiney off just to get just a little bit for us.
Yeah.
So I also want him to see the world as well.
Yeah. It's so true. Like my stepdad was talking about like maybe one last big bang trip to Italy, you know? And
Yeah.
my mom's been there before, but we haven't gone
Why
as
not?
family, you know? And she's
If
the
you
one
can
that
do
goes,
it.
I don't want to, it's too much work. And my
Mm.
dad's like, we'll hire a driver, we'll get disability room.
See?
will do, whatever it takes
So nice of
to do
him.
this,
I love that. I
Yeah,
love
like,
that.
he doesn't want her to miss out on anything because of her condition. Like, she's got
Yeah.
MS. She's very wheelchair bound, and her memory's going, but he doesn't want her to miss out on anything. Like, he's a couple years, he's like 72, and he still gets up and goes to work every day
See?
outside in the Florida heat
Yep.
at the commercial
That's my
electrician,
mother. Yep.
Yeah, he's like, let's do this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine us in Italy? Should have seen him when they came to London.
That's a whole episode.
Yes.
We'll make it into an episode. I would totally
There
will.
were times in London where I was so mad at myself for not filming stuff.
Yes.
Because like when they do things on their own, me and my wife go, "Ooh, there go the Magoos." There's the Magoos, right? Because he's got like a glass eye. She's in a wheel,
God.
and he's pushing her through the cobblestone sidewalk, Covent Garden, right? And it's raining, and he's got an umbrella in one hand. He's pushing her with one hand, and she leans up to say something, and he goes, "What?" And all the water from the umbrella covers her. I'm dying laughing like every step of the way. I'm like, I can't
make that up.
And then they decide they want to
make it up. You cannot.
They want to go one night to Paris. So we're like, we'll put him on the Eurostar. We'll put him on the train. And that's always hilarious because stepdad's like a pack mule. He's got all the bags on him.
Yes.
And he's got her underneath the arm trying to get her up on the train. And he's got, the wheelchair in the other hand. He's getting her down. And the doors are like bang, bang. And they're arguing over who forgot the euros. And I'm like, they're going.
It's amazing.
And all I can hear is them going, I thought you had the euros. No, you had the euros. They were right on the dresser. And I'm standing there watching them get further and further away onto the train. And I'm looking at my wife and I'm like, they're going to Paris.
Yes.
Are they going to be able to get back? She's like, they'll be fine. They're doing one night. They're just going to turn around and do the same thing.
Fine.
I'm like, oh.
It's true. It's like we've let my dad, and this sounds funny because you say in a train, and I'm sitting there going, I cannot imagine my dad on a train.
A train.
We let him out early so we could go park at this restaurant. We showed him where the front door was. We showed him the front door is like right there. Just go straight, sir. We had to park so far. My dad was still walking toward the front door.
Oh God.
And my mom goes, act like you don't see him. I said, Mom, no.
Act like you don't know him.
She said he needs goals. Front door is not the goal.
These are all like fantastic ideas for travel series. Like, oh my God, I would love to just put one of those GoPros on my mother's head.
Seriously.
Then you'll see everywhere she goes.
Everywhere she goes. Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be an amazing show.
I think it would be freaking hilarious.
Yeah. It's like traveling on cut. It's just like, it's all the funny things that happen.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Something pops in my head. How do you film the show? Do you do it on your own, like with cameras that you set up for?
I did because I had to go back to my roots as a filmmaker. I'll admit, motherhood took over, COVID happened, so yeah, I had all these crew around me going, hey, I'm like, oh yeah, probably used to.
Hi again, hello.
I should probably get back into it.
And do you feel
so
like
much
that?
Better.
But do you feel like that little bit of time away, like so much has changed now?
Good gracious, yeah. I mean, well, I wouldn't say about how to make it. I would say the world and business. I always had the business side of me.
Right.
So my creative business had to come together because then, I ran with my business side doing advertising for filmmakers, doing brand sponsorships, getting things. And so I stopped writing. I stopped writing. And so one day my wife goes, when's the last time you wrote? And I go, oh my goodness, I gotta do this and I gotta do this. And you know how you do. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh no, we're not doing that anymore.
Oh, She's I love her. I love her.
I love that.
Oh yeah. Ew. Oh yeah. I mean, she's, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, totally. And I was just like what do you say? What do you say? I was like, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
And so she cuts time out for me to write and to be creative. And so I was able to get back in.
My wife does the same thing.
Yeah. I think that's when you have that partner that
fully support.
loves you for you and fully supports you. Not saying they support you, fully support you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's true. And you know, like you, like I sometimes get lost in dumb things. Like I got an email. This is God's honest truth. I got an email yesterday, I think, and it was from like my PlayStation account. And it said, here's your year in review. You spent 566
Oh no.
playing Tom Clancy's The Division. And I'm like, oh God.
Amazon sent me the same one, and I was like,
yes, right? That doesn't even include.
Oh my God.
I was like, first of all, that's a mean email. It's a mean email. It's mean. It's mean.
That snapped my ass.
Yes.
And I'm like, holy crap. So that's one thing I get caught up to. And then because I'm a little OCD and I'm a Virgo, I'll be like, this week I'm going to clean out one drawer every day. Right? And then that rolls into the whole day. The whole
it's
day.
Like me decorating for Christmas.
So yes. So my wife will like every once in a while say, hey, don't you have some notes started on a new book that you were going to do? And I'm like,
you're like this.
Yeah.
You're like,
I do. She's like, let's have a look.
Interrupt for a second with that because I love that you guys have partners. I have always had problems with people I was with that resented me not paying attention to them because I was on my laptop all day writing whatever, if I was working on stuff for my music or
editing
editing, you know, I'm going to sit here and look at you all day. What am I going to do? I'm watch you all day, you know, like.
And it makes you self-conscious.
What's that?
I'd say it makes you self-conscious.
It does. And like, you know, it's hard to be creative when you got this thing in the back of your mind, like I'm not paying, you know, I need to be there for someone else. I'm not there, you know, like I really like, you know, you need the person that's going to understand. Or if when I play a gig, the people I know the best, especially my person, but my friends, my family, are the ones I spend the least time with at the show. Because when you're on that break or after the show and you're mingling, you have to talk to the other people that you never see that are supporting you. But you want to have the partner that gets that. And you don't want to hear, you never pay attention to me at gigs. You act like I'm not even there. You know, they don't understand you're working and it's not about, you're not together at
Oh yeah. I almost literally, I was thinking about this with my parents and not too long ago because my ex before I met Tara, I was really going to close up Mountain Girl because I was so self-conscious. I was really dedicated to it. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a bad partner. Like, am I, you know, I was so close.
Yes.
I think I literally just shortly met you today. So I almost shut it down.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard. I do remember like I was in a long-term relationship. JD, you remember Rena, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
She was so much fun. She was so much fun and she was so massively supportive that it was almost like overwhelming. Like I didn't need someone to go into the restaurant ahead of us after a gig.
Oh, got
the ladies
you.
from the lesbian lounge are here. We're gonna use the table for 16. You're like, oh
Did
my
she do
God.
that?
So you can get you can get it.
You can get that too much.
Right. Yes. It can be a little bit overwhelming, but I mean her heart was in the right place. God love her. But, you know, it was it was hard because then it got to the point where I would say to her, we have a gig in Orlando or whatever, and I don't need you to be there. And it would be like the hardest conversation.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's hard.
Because she did offer up so much, you know what I mean? Like she was good like that, but in the same sense, I felt like you said, like I need to talk to everyone. I need to sign things. I need to be at the promo table.
Right.
You know, I need to talk to people who we just met and get them engaged fully.
Exactly. That's the whole part of the job.
Yeah. And it felt wrong, you know, to just ignore or, you know, so that didn't end up going good. Whereas Gemma was like, I'm not going.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I laugh at it, because my wife and I did an event not too long ago, and my wife is a licensed therapist. She rocks it out for the LGBTQ community.
Oh, perfect.
But she kind of gets talked out. Like,
Oh,
but
yeah.
so, right, which is understandable, but I know her face
You know when
expression.
it's,
I
you
know
know
when
when it
she's
glazes
over it.
over. Yeah.
When it glazes over, and I'm not done.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm done.
Please
I'm
no,
done.
and just walk
There
away.
anymore.
I think like that's when you know you're with the right, when you can read those cues and
Oh
get,
yeah.
you know,
So
you're with
I'm
the
the
right
one that
person.
rolls in going, well, hey, how are you? And then she's gone.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. Done. Yeah, my
But
wife
you know,
is a lot like that.
Kristen, because you feel like it's you at one point, like you're the bad partner. So they never understand what goes into getting to play
No, not at all.
no matter where that stage is, the little
Right.
stage, the bigger stage.
The big
So
stage or that one. Yeah.
you feel it's just a lot of pressure. So when you get that person that gets it and supports you,
Yeah.
it just takes a whole level of burden off of you, so you could be
It
you have
does.
an open channel to be creative, which is great.
Right.
That
That's
you
what
know,
you need, like a clear
Yeah.
head, like that.
Yeah. Because I always had it with my parents, even though my dad, if Denzel Washington's not in it, I have not made the right movie. But that's okay. But I love him.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll get there, Dad. I'll get there.
Yeah, I would name people, I did a movie, Kiefer Sutherland, and he was like, Denzel. I said, no. I would have mentioned that. I would have mentioned Denzel straight out. Like
That's so funny.
I would have mentioned that.
So he's like, well, I'm proud. And then he'll just walk off. My mom's more like, I don't care if you make a McDonald's commercial or whatever. I'm just happy you're doing what you're doing. She was a actress when she was younger.
Oh,
yeah. So she always thinks about if she did enter the army, or would she still be acting?
The what ifs. Yeah, the what ifs.
The what ifs.
Yeah.
The what ifs. Yeah. So I think that also helps. So I get to do some of that stuff. But my dad is just whoop.
Yeah. But tell us what you have in store.
So
like what your plan rollout.
So January it will be the teaser for the travel show, and it's quite hilarious.
Oh,
I'm so excited!
Yay.
And so that will launch the new website. We'll have all of our entertainment projects on there. I got one Netflix movie coming out, super excited about. Did I get announced? Yeah, I started. I started hitting the ground running, and it's been
a girl, man. That a girl. That's what we like to hear. Big things.
Yeah. But the end goal is just to help our community. I just want some good entertainment out.
Of course. That's the best part of it. That's the bonus, actually.
Yes.
You get to do what you love. You're helping the community. You're shining the spotlight, on all these great places locally. That's, what more can you ask for? Like, that's a dream gig right there.
Yeah. We have a hard time with our youth here in North Carolina. They're struggling a little bit. And I was one of those kids. I was the first gay person, or like everyone likes to tell me, the only gay person in the family.
That year.
To name a few. So like
Same.
I would take it for the team. I know who you are. But I didn't have entertainment. I used to literally watch the L Word in my closet. And I used to hate that theme song would come on because it would be so loud.
Yeah.
And I wasn't out yet. Right? I wasn't out yet. So I was just like, and my mom goes, what are you watching? Drama.
Drama about a group of girlfriends.
Drama. A drama. And then I came out, and I remember my dad going, I ordered that channel for you people. And it was the logo. It was like the logo. Yes.
Oh,
you people. God. And I was like, okay, I can't be the only one that has parents that are trying to be supportive, but not knowing what to do next.
Yeah. I remember having, I was married, to a man when I came out. I had to come out to him, then my mother, and then, like months and months and months later, I felt like my mom was treating me a little bit different, and I was like, what's going on? Like I told you I wasn't going to change. I'm still me, whatever. She was like, oh, it's not you. I don't like your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that Rita?
That was Rita. Oh, when they're supportive, but also real. Yeah. The ex that I felt like I would need to shut down Mountain Girl Productions. Oh, my dad was livid. And I remember coming home and going, I think I had moved in with her, and my dad, I slipped and fell. And actually, that's how I have CRPS. This is my pain disorder. I slipped on the ice and it didn't even help me at all. So I called my dad, and my dad goes, "Is she there? Well, call me when she's not." And I'll come get you.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, that can't be good, right?
Right.
Like, that's not as close as my family is.
That was
real, And so I was like, okay, that's not good.
Yeah, I know, because the minute I dumped this girl, my mother was like, right back to normal, back to normal. And I was like,
but see, you think it's you. You can internalize it and think it's you.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes I talk to my friends and say, oh, my parents are not supportive. I'm like, okay, look around you first. See if it's something around you before it's you.
Right.
Yeah.
Give them some time.
Because it is your
totally
instinct,
flip their mindset of who you were.
Yeah. It's instinctive. We have to retrain our brains. But I 100% agree with that. Honestly, girl, I am so happy for you.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to finally to see you. But for what you're doing, like, I love it. I love your passion. I love what this is going to be. Are we able to say the name of the website yet, or is it going to be Mountain Girl?
Yeah, I no, it's Mountain Girls. Yes, and the reason why is because that was actually the nickname my granddad gave me when I went to college. And so Mountain Girl Productions, and now that I have 2 girls, my wife, my daughter, Mountain Girls it is.
Oh, brilliant. So we can let everybody know, like, come January, big things are coming. And I love that you're in Asheville, because everybody I know talks about it, right? Everybody I know talks about it.
You really do. It's very peaceful and beautiful.
And I want to see what everyone's talking about. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
We'll talk.
Definitely. Listen, you go have a great night. Give everybody hugs from us.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you and your family. Take care.
Bye, baby.
Bye, nice to meet you.
Why do you always run?
Like, never stop chasing your dreams.
We drank way too much whiskey.
See?
My addiction is you. Don't ask me why I'm here tonight. I had to take this midnight drive to find you. And as I come in through the door, I see her dancing on the floor beside you. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. You look at me and in my eyes you see the hurt I can't disguise. I'll watch you. And though it seems I look right through, I'm noticing your every move. She's got you. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. I turn away to mask the pain, but jealousy reveals my rage and madness. And knowing you can read my mind consumes me in a shameful kind of sadness. Why do you always run back and I